Hey everybody, this is Carlton Lewis, aka Mellow Melanin, aka Mega Businessman, coming to you live and direct from my home in Atlanta, Georgia. And I want to thank you for coming out to this webinar today. This is the one of my last public marketing webinars for the year of 2015, and I'm really going to go through a brief overview of some of the things that I've learned and what you need to be successful to what you need to do to be successful in your business, especially as a network marketer. If you are new to marketing your business online, you're going to get some really good tips on how to build your business online the right way. And I wish I would have had these things when I first started off in my network marketing career. Luckily and fortunately for me, that I ran across the right information, or the information that I consider the right information, and it started helping me build my business online. And now I have a nice blueprint that I'm going to share with you so that you can be more successful within the next 12 months. All right. So let's get it started. I want you to make sure you shut off your Skype, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Put your cell phone on silent, close the door to wherever you're at. I want you to be 100% focused on this information that I'm about to give you, because see, I'm going to give out a lot of energy and it's going to help you. And I want you to have your full attention as I deliver this information. All right. So we have a deal there. All right. And if someone can let me know if they can see me in the chat, that will be awesome. The chat is turned on, and shortly I'll present to you I'll open up the question box as well, so you can ask any question that you may have. All right. So I want you to make sure you got your favorite beverage, your favorite blanket, some snacks, or what are your favorite snacks, because this is going to be an action-packed webinar. We're going to cover a lot of information in a short period of time. I want to keep it to about an hour, and we're going to rock out. All right, some really good information that's going to help you build your business. Solid information. All right, solid information. This is not fly-by-night information. These are proven, documented things that work, and we're going to probably touch on some things that don't work as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, I'm just going to share my screen here and pull up the PowerPoint. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to pull up the PowerPoint from the beginning. Okay, so we're going to talk about, in this webinar, in this training webinar, we're going to talk about how to generate more leads, increase sales, and sponsor new reps in 2016, because that's pretty much what every network marketer wants to do, because that's basically the business. You need to have leads, you need to have sales, and you need to have new reps coming into your business in order for your business to survive. So we're going to talk about these things. And once again, my name is Carlton Lewis. You see it there on the slide. And let's just jump right into this information. Now, do any of these relate to you? You post your products or business opportunity on social media sites like your company tells you to, but you get no response. I've been there, done that. When I first got started in network marketing, that was some of the first things I did, was just post my biz op everywhere. And I found out after a while I had no friends left. Nobody wanted to talk to me about my business, and it really didn't feel well. It didn't feel good, and I started to get discouraged. And one day I found a video, and that changed my life. I found a video on how to recruit people on Facebook. And that video has actually led to some changes in my life. And I'm going to share some of those with you as we go along. And what about this one? You want to get more exposure for your business, but you need help getting started because you're overwhelmed. once we start a new business opportunity, a lot of times we get overwhelmed because there's so much to do. You got all these different strategies. People tell you to have home parties. They tell you, to go out and do the 3-foot rule and talk to as many people as you can. And they tell you to post your business opportunity on Facebook, just different things, right? And you can get overwhelmed by all of the different things that are out there. And it's not like these things don't work. It's about focusing on some key strategies, and we're going to talk about these throughout the webinar. How about you get exhausted chasing people, and once and for all, you like for people to hunt you for your products and services. And once you make this shift to becoming the hunted instead of the person that's doing the hunting, it makes your business a whole lot easier. You're a happier person when that happens, when people are actually looking for you versus you're out just looking, and like I said, you wind up with no friends left in the NFL, the no friends left zone. So you definitely want to avoid that. Now, my official promise to you is I, Carlton Lewis, promise to share with you the exact platform that has allowed me and thousands of others to position ourselves as industry leaders. I promise by the end of this webinar to allow you to be able to take advantage of this extremely undervalued marketing system, and you can immediately begin to learn how to become a better online networker. I promise to show you how these strategies will allow you to generate money now, monthly, and in the future by using multiple streams of income. And finally, I promise to show you how to get more fun out of life and the ability to provide yourself and your family with everything you want out of life for you and them, and the peace of mind that comes with it. Is that a bold promise? Yes. And I will keep it. All right. Because I believe in the systems, the system that I use on a daily basis. It has been responsible for a total shift in my mindset. The way I look at business is totally different. And the way I look at generating leads is totally different. I didn't even know you could really build a network marketing business online until I discovered this system. So I'm gonna give you some jewels, some nuggets that you can apply in your business, even starting today. So I want you to make sure you have pencil or pen and paper, something to take notes. Some of these you're going to want to take screenshots on your computer, because this is really valuable information, and it will definitely help you push your business forward into 2016 all the way into 2017. All right, so let's get it cracking. Let's go. Now, who am I? I told you already, I'm Carlton Lewis. I'm a serial entrepreneur and a business coach. I'm an Atlanta, Georgia native, born and raised here. I've been online since 1995. And if you're out there listening, I know you probably remember AOL. If AOL started off, and that's America Online for those who are it's not registering in their head. AOL used to send out these discs in the mail, or you could pick them up in Walmart or at Blockbuster, which is another business that's no longer around. You could pick up these discs and you can sign on to the internet using these discs, but you had to have a modem, and you would log in on the modem and install the software into your computer, and the modem would make a loud noise. It's really crazy noise that sounds like a fax machine sounds, right? So that's how I started online. So that was in 1995, and I started marketing my business online, which was a music record label. I started marketing my business online in 1998. In 1996, I earned a real estate license, a salesperson's license, and that same year I started the record label that I just talked to you about. And between these two industries, I learned business. I learned how to do business. I learned how to operate a business. And eventually I earned a bachelor's degree in business administration with an emphasis in global enterprise management. Now, I've also performed at the legendary Apollo Theater and opened up for the legendary Roots crew, who you now see on Jimmy Fallon's The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. So a lot of different experiences that I've had that I'm going to be able to share with you. So I'm able to take the knowledge from all these different industries that I was involved in and show you how to apply them to network marketing and internet marketing and help you become a better online networker. Now, I'm also a family man. I have two young daughters, and here they are right there, kicking it on the couch, eating some crackers or something like that, some rich crackers. And this is my why. This is my why for why I get up in the morning, and why I'm so focused and why I'm so passionate and why we're on this webinar today. So, you got to have a why that makes you cry. And, it's just a passion that you got to have. And that's got to even be really even more than just your immediate family. Your why's got to be bigger than money. What are you going to use the money for? Are you going to, when you start having a bigger vision, your why becomes bigger. Okay, it's more than just providing, put food on the table. You can get a job and go put food on the table, but if, as an entrepreneur, you not only want to put food on your table, but you want to learn how to put it on somebody else's table too, or show somebody else how to put the food on their table as well. Now, another part of my why is my oldest daughter. She has type 1 diabetes. And, my family, we always do the Juvenile Diabetes Research Fund. If you see it on the t-shirt there, it says JDRF. And that's an annual walk we do. And we actually were doing that walk before my daughter was diagnosed with diabetes. But after she got diagnosed, it just became more and more important, and because it hit home. It hit home when you have a family member that's going through something like that. So my why increased. My why increased. Just like I said in the previous slide, you have to have a why that's bigger than just what's going on with you and your immediate circumstances. See, this is something that affects a lot of people. So, that's a bigger cause. That's a noble cause, and you want to have that. Like I said before, I was in the music business for 20 years. 20 years. And the highlights of that 20 years was my involvement with a group called Prophetics. And that's me in the yellow jacket, windbreaker jacket there, having a lot of fun, doing a photo shoot. That was a really great day. And this is another album cover as well. And I really had a lot of fun in the music business. And the reason I'm showing you these things, just to let you all know that I'm a real person. I'm not I'm not a fly by night person, and you're getting ready to learn some really good things on this webinar. But having the background and knowing who you're talking to is of extreme importance. Okay, and this is me on stage at a album release party, having fun there. So I'm no stranger to the stage and presenting things to people. And this is me with the legendary Blastmaster KRS-One. He's not the founder of the hip hop culture, but he was there when it was starting to evolve. And I've learned a lot of mindset. And we're going to talk about mindset today too. Mindset is key for building your business. It doesn't matter if you're building online or offline, you got to have the right mindset. So I learned a lot of mindset things from this gentleman, and even some marketing things of that nature, because he's been pretty much self-employed his whole career, and his career spans over 20 years. And I believe in making your lifestyle your business, and your business your lifestyle. These are all pics from an event that I went to earlier this year, where the focus was learning and having fun and meeting people. Learning how to build our businesses and having fun while doing it and meeting people. And if you could see in these pictures, this all smiles, just having fun, and you should want your business to be a fun business. I mean, if you're not having fun in your business, what's the use? What's the purpose? You're gonna you attract who you are. So if you're not having fun in your business, you're not going to attract fun people. I'm going to say that again. If you're not having fun in your business, you're not going to attract fun people. Okay? It's time to start having fun in business. Seriously. Here's another event that I went to. called Live the Dream. This was in Austin, Texas, earlier this year, 2015. And I was hanging out with some top earners. And all of these people are attraction marketers. And we're going to talk a little bit about attraction marketing today and some strategies that will help you build your business using, because you've used attraction marketing. Okay. Now, some testimonials. These are some things that I've done with Fiverr and different kind of testimonials. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on these, but this is also to once again let you know that I'm a real person. I'm a real person, just not a fly-by-night person here. And I'm serious about helping my customers and my students. Here are some of the testimonials. Great work. This is perfect. Thank you. Someone else said outstanding experience. Someone else said, wow, fantastic. A job well done. Thank you very much. One of my copywriting clients said, the blog is ready to add to my site. Thanks so much for a job well done, Carlton, and thanks, well written. So these were just a few of the testimonials. Here's some more. Outstanding experience. I will use this seller again. And when you're doing good work and your business is working because you start getting repeat customers. One of the main things that drives a business is repeat customers and referrals. So if you're getting repeat customers, that's going to help your business. Now here's another testimonial for a webinar. It says Carlton Lewis over-delivered on his webinar, even though it was an intro into what we'll be learning in the next 12 weeks. Thanks for the invite. You have to attend the next training to experience for yourself. Now we're going to talk about how to crush it in your business over the next 12 months. How to crush it in your business over the next 12 months. And before I go into these slides, I like to go out and take the pulse of the group and make sure everybody's okay and doing good. All right. And if you have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and pop up the question box and enable the question and answer. So if you have any questions, you can do that. Let's see here. Just so you guys see me and just to let you guys know that I'm still real, still human being. Let's see here. So we want to ask questions here. Okay. All right. So let's keep it moving. I'm going to share the screen again. So how to crush it in your business over the next 12 months. A lot of people start evaluating their business at the beginning of the year. And I would encourage you to go ahead and write down some goals. And we're going to talk about some goals as we go through this presentation. But make sure you got some goals written down. We're definitely going to talk about those. You're going to need those, but this is a time to reflect on your business from the past 12 months. What was good, what was bad, what was ugly, what's something that you wouldn't do again, what's something that you need to do more of. These are the type of questions that you need to ask yourself as a business owner. All right. Because, you're in business to win, really, and if you treat your business, I heard one of my coaches, Rashad Walker, say the other day, he said, you treat your business like it's your job. A lot of us have jobs. I still have a job. A lot of us have jobs, but we don't approach our business like it's our job. Most of us don't approach our business. We wait for somebody to tell us what to do. Instead of being proactive and doing what needs to be done, we're waiting on instructions and in our own business, which just doesn't make any sense. Now, the first secret to having the best 2016 is mindset. Your mindset is key. Mindset. And we're going to talk about the role that personal development plays in your daily method of operations as we continue throughout the webinar. Okay, I got a blank slide. Haha, fooled you guys. It's something I've been working on with the slide. Now, part of your mindset is being consistent, making a commitment and being a consistent to building your business. Okay, so we're going to talk about some marketing strategies, but before all of that happens, you got to get the mindset right first. There's a quote, and I say this a lot. I've been saying this quote for 20 years because it just makes sense. Wherever the mind goes, the behind follows. Okay, so if you can get into your mindset that you're going to be consistent and doing the daily tasks that are required for your business to be successful, you can't help but be successful. So let's get into these 6 keys to being consistent. Number 1 is vision. What is your vision? How does your next 12 months look? How does it look? Do you have it written down? I mean, are you going to take trips, or how many sales you're looking to do by the end of the 12 months? How many new customers? All of that is important. A lot of people just think about their business on a day-to-day basis, but you gotta think further than that if you want to have a sustainable business. I know when I was in real estate school, I remember learning something about the government actually having what's like a 25-year plan for how the government is run, and their plans for getting things done. 25 years. Some people don't even live 25 years. And that's the type of vision that you really need to have. Now, I'm not saying that you got to sit and plan out your day-to-day efforts for the next 25 years right now. I'm saying you need to focus on the next 12 months and make sure you have the next 12 months in order. What are the goals that you're setting for yourself? What is your vision? How does your vision look? So your vision is going to pull you toward your goals. I'm going to say that again. Your vision is going to pull you toward your goals. So you must have vision to be consistent. And you'll know when you're out of line of your vision. You'll know it. The number 2 thing to being consistent is developing a routine and sticking to it. If you're gonna if you're gonna market 2 hours per day, which 2 hours of the day are you gonna market every day? So being consistent, you're going to have to get a planner or a calendar, and you got to plan things out. You got to plan your routine out. And if you're supposed to be um, talking to people on the phone at a certain time period of the day, don't be out cruising Facebook, scrolling through your news feed, doing non-income producing activities. I mean, that's just counterproductive. It doesn't make sense. Number 3, ask yourself, what is the alternative? And this is a big one for me right here. This is one that really keeps me motivated, because I'll ask, well, what is the alternative if I don't do the things that I said that I wanted to do to build my business? What's the alternative? And your alternative should be something that really kind of goes against I would say goes against your why to a degree. Because if you don't do the things that you said you're going to do, then you're kind of letting, it's like with my why, how my why was attached to my daughters. You're kind of letting those people down a bit, and I know I don't want to make this too heavy, but think about what's the alternative for you not reaching your goals. So if you have that, that's a fear tactic, which is short lived. If you put it in effect, you'll start being more consistent. Number 4 is 30-day goals. 30-day goals. Having 12-month goals is cool. Having 6 months goals is better. But what I've learned is that you need some 30-day goals as well. And you need to be able to, backtrack, I should say, set the goal and then figure out what you need to do every day within those 30 days to make that 30-day goal happen. And you should also take a moment every day before going to bed and immediately when you wake up to think about and visualize. There's a vision right at the top. you know, achieving that 30-day goal. Stuff works. It's not hocus pocus. It works. And number 5 is the Seinfeld strategy. And I learned all of these 6 steps from Ray Higdon, the way the way he described them. But he talked about the Seinfeld strategy. And there's a comedian called Jerry Seinfeld who had the Seinfeld TV show, right? An up and coming comedian approached Jerry one day, and he asked him, you know, about being consistent. What did he need to do to stay consistent? He said, just keep writing jokes, and every time you write a joke, you're gonna need a calendar. And the guy said, well, what's the calendar for? Because every time you write a joke, I want you to put a little X on the calendar for the day that you actually wrote the joke. And this applies to your business as well. For every day that you do a thing that you know is going to help build your business, put a little X on your calendar. And I did this with the I just got out of a 30-day blog blitz at the beginning of December. And I took Ray's advice, and every day I put a little X in the corner to signify that I had blogged that day. I had wrote something in my blog that day. And he said, you should be able to connect the lines all the way across. If you've been diligent and consistent, about your marketing efforts. Number 6 is push through. Keep going until, persist until you get it done. So you got to have some tenacity in your business. You've got to have some tenacity and fortitude. The obstacles are going to come. Delays are going to show up. People are not going to do what they said they were going to do. You may not even feel like doing what you said you was going to do, but you got to push through it. You got to push through it in order to get to the other side. Now, how should you spend your day? And this was a big lesson for me, and I'm learning this more and more. And I heard one of my mentors talk about this, and I never did really think anything of it. I just kept doing what I was doing. But once I changed the way I operated my business to use this formula, active marketing, passive marketing, and personal development, it made the biggest difference in my business. I was able to generate more leads. I was able to generate sales. I was able to recruit new reps and refer new people to different affiliate programs. And so this chart represents active marketing, passive marketing, and personal development. Now, you want to spend the majority of your business day doing active marketing. And I'm going to talk about each one of these separately in just a moment. You want to spend 70% of your time doing active marketing. You want to spend about 20% of your time doing passive marketing. And you want to spend about 10% of your time doing personal development. Okay? So let's keep going. Now, active marketing. Here are some things that are active marketing. And there probably are some other things, but these are the ones that can get you results very quick. And that's direct messaging. Direct messaging has been responsible for me generating leads, sales, and reps. And also, it's what most of the top earners tell you to do is to go out and meet 10 people per day, 10 to 20 people per day. And you can do this online as well as offline. And the best way to do this online is to use a direct messaging strategy. And you can use Instagram. They have a direct messaging feature, which I really like it. And that's my primary marketing strategy. You can use Facebook. Facebook has a messenger that has lots of, bells and whistles, and you can do, some searches, and you can talk to people using Facebook. And then Twitter. Twitter is another good way to send direct messages back and forth to start communicating and building relationships with people, because at the end of the day, it's a relationship business. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's talk about passive marketing. Passive marketing. Um, Passive marketing, the reason you should spend 20% on this, because it works over time, and you may not see immediate results if you're doing passive marketing. But active marketing, you should start seeing results quickly, because you're talking to people, you're talking to people, and you'll know if they're ready to go. Now, some passive marketing techniques are blog posts. Yes, blogs are important. It's like a blog is like having your own real estate, your own little island on the internet. Okay, it's very important, very, very, very important. Okay, but it's passive marketing, because someone literally has to find you or click on it to get into your blog. Somebody has to find you. It's not like active marketing, what I just described, where you're actually going out to talk to people. Instagram posts, creating posters for Instagram and putting them on social media, that is not active marketing. That is passive marketing. Okay. Now, there's a way that you can work with the Instagram post to turn them into active marketing. And this is what I do. Whenever I post, I always go back and have conversations with the people that checked like, and it's a real simple conversation. And that's where I switch it from passive marketing to active marketing. Facebook posts, pretty much the same thing as the Instagram post. Um, the person has raised their hand. You're talking to the person via the messenger, and they, it's passive. It's passive marketing. I'm sorry, the post is passive marketing, but you want to go into your post and talk to all the people that had checked like on your post and just start conversations with them. Tweets. Okay, that's Twitter tweets. That's just a basic tweet, is just basic. Same thing with Instagram, same thing with Facebook. It's the same way with tweets. If you just put a tweet out there, um, that's passive marketing. But once you go through all the people that liked it or shared it, you know, or reposted it or whatever, then you're performing active marketing. You also have videos. Making videos is passive marketing as well. Podcast, and even webinars like this. This is marketing that I'm doing, but it's passive, because I have to rely on you, the viewer, to go in and fill out your information, your name and email address, just to get you to come to the webinar. So there's a lot of work involved, but 70% of my time, and your time too, should be spent on active marketing. Okay. Now, personal development, you should spend about 10% of your time on personal development, and that includes books, audios, videos, webinars, podcasts, coaching, and live events. Now, there's the live events is kind of like what can I say about live events? You can go to live events, and you can, if you're doing the 70-20-10 formula that I just gave you, it's okay if you're at a live event and you're there to learn. Like if it's a weekend event, if you don't get a chance to do the 70-20-10, it's okay, because once you come from the event, you're going to have more fuel and more ammunition to keep on doing the 70%. Now, how does your business measure up? Do you have a business and marketing plan for the next 6 to 12 months? Remember, I was just talking to you guys about that. Making sure you have a plan to achieve those goals, and coming up with a system as well to measure and track your results. That's so important. It's key. Very key. Are you creating and sharing content at least 2 to 3 times per week? Now, if you're on my newsletter, or you're one of my Facebook friends or Instagram followers, you know, I'm going to tell you 2 to 3 times a week is okay. Okay. It's okay. I'd rather see you post 3 to 5 times a day, especially on Instagram, and maybe about 7 times a day on Facebook. Okay. Because your post will get lost in the news feed. It will get lost. It will get buried. So you want to be posting a little bit more than the 2 to 3 times per week. Now, are you adding 10 to 20 leads per day to your email list? I'm going to say that again. Are you adding 10 to 20 leads per day to your email list? And the purpose of having your list is something that you control. It's like your blog. You know, your blog is your real estate. It's your island. Nobody can take that away from you if you're paying for your domain and the domain hosting. Now, the reason you want to add these people to your list, because the only two things you own online are your list and your blog. You don't own Facebook, you don't own Twitter, YouTube, or any of that. Instagram, you don't own any of that. Number 4, are you consistently grabbing customers with your lead offer? And when I say that, I mean, like, you know, not just leads, but 5 people per day. You know, and I that's a stretch for me, because I'm not at that point yet. But I know at this point, when you're doing minimum 5 customers per day, then you've got a sustainable business. Are you offering a tiered product mix with a variety of offers to multiply your profits? Are you offering a tiered product mix with a variety of offers to multiply your profits? And that's a very good question, because you need to have more than just one product at one price point. You need to have several different things that you sell. If you're doing retailing, you need to have several different things that you sell at different price points. And then you can make combinations of bundles or whatever. You can do specials, all of that nature, if you have different products. Okay. So opposite thinking. And then we're going to talk about how to go from just being a business opportunity seeker to being an entrepreneur. Now, biz op seeker has no strategy or no plan. You know, they're always going after the shiny object. What one of my mentors, Ron Gillott, calls the shiny object syndrome. You know, as soon as they see something new, they're gone. They don't really have a concrete plan. Now, entrepreneur, his thinking is strategic and deliberate about his business. The biz op seeker seeks quick fixes, and the entrepreneur implements their plan. The biz op seeker seeks answers. The entrepreneur provides answers. They provide answers. That was a key thing to why my business was successful in 2015, because I was able to provide answers, not only for myself, but for others as well. They want instant results. Biz op seekers want instant results. And entrepreneurs have a long-term vision and focus. Biz op seekers are afraid, they're fearful to spend money, and the entrepreneur understands investments. The biz op seeker wishes everything was easier, and the entrepreneur is working at becoming better. The biz op seeker tries everything under the sun. They never get a good grip on anything, and they lose traction all the time. But the entrepreneur will see the next shiny object, you know, and just say, no, I'm gonna pass on that. The biz op seeker will stop and start, which is kind of like what the last one was. They'll start and stop their business. The entrepreneur is going to stay the course toward its goals. Okay, there's a big difference. Take a screenshot of that too. Okay, now let's go into the top earner 5-step blueprint. Once again, I said I wanted to keep you guys to about an hour. Let me check the pulse of the group real quick. All right, Great. Okay, let's go back into it. Wrong button. Okay, the top earner 5-step blueprint. And anyone who's is successful online is using this formula in some kind of way. And we're gonna break those down, tell you exactly what the top earner 5-step blueprint is all about. Now, I just told you all top earners do a certain thing. They have certain habits. Here's their blueprint. And this has been studied not just by me, but studied by other people in the industry. Okay, so you want to go check your facts out. Always go check your facts out, to validate everything that someone else is saying. Now, the first step in the top earner 5-step blueprint is top earners brand themselves. They brand themselves as leaders in their social circles. Okay, so they brand themselves as leaders or experts or the go-to guy. Number two, they drive traffic, give out valuable information, and they build a list. So they drive traffic, give out valuable information, and they build a list. All right, and this is important. We talked about the list earlier about adding 10 to 20 new leads per day. But you also want to learn how to drive traffic. You want to learn marketing strategies so that you can get the people to your capture page or whatever you're going to do to grab their information. You want to give out in exchange some valuable information for this prospect who's about to be a lead once he gives his name and email address and phone number up in the capture page. All right. So this is very crucial stuff. Now, all top earners online use a customer relationship manager or CRM. A CRM is basically just a database. It's a database where you can keep up with your customers, their likes, dislikes, who their family is, and when's the last time you called, and how did you call them, and did you send a text, or whatever, man. All of that's built inside of a customer relationship manager. Okay, so you need that. I remember when I just started getting warmed up on Facebook marketing, and I would just have little slips of people everywhere scattered around the house of people I should call. So that's not a good option. All right, to keep paper around. Get yourself a customer relationship manager. Now, top earners sell products and services. So they sell products and services from the stage, from webinars, wherever, and they're generally able to keep anywhere from 50 to 100%. And even some cases is lower than that, but you want to shoot for things that are 50 to 100%, where you get all of that commission. Okay. And number 6, all top earners online, all of them host webinars. They host webinars. I know one of the first things I learned when I joined My Lead System Pro was webinars. I went over the videos, start learning about video marketing, and then immediately after that, I start learning about webinars. Because I had always wanted to host a webinar. I thought it was just so cool to just be able to host a webinar. So here we are today, and that's because of the wonderful system I'm going to tell you about, which is MLSP. Now, one thing I said in the advertisement was about the number one mistake that keeps most entrepreneurs from achieving the success they dream of. So the number one mistake is focusing on the money instead of focusing on the needs of the customer. I'm going to say this again. The number one mistake that most entrepreneurs make that keeps them from achieving their success is not putting the customer first, not putting the customer's needs and wants first. You got to do that. The money will show up. So go out and help people. Go out and help people. I know a lot of people say, well, I'm about my money and it's all about me. Not really. Especially if you're in a people business like network marketing, it's all about us. Okay. Now, how do I use how do I get all of these things? How did I learn how to do presentations with the slides and host webinars and do videos and do Instagram posts, how to work on Facebook? How did I learn how to do all this? I learned it from My Lead System Pro. Okay. You should go and take the $10 test drive. It is 100% refundable. You can ask for it back anytime within the 10 days, but why would you? If it's just not for you, it's just not for you. All right. I found a lot of success out of using My Lead System Pro. And once again, when you buy it, it's your lead system. You can pretty much set it up however you want to. But I would follow the steps of the leaders, because there's plenty of leaders in the My Lead System Pro community that can help you out with your business. Okay, so definitely go I'll put up the link for the $10 test drive so you guys can check that out, and I'll probably actually send you to that page once we're actually done. So that's the end of our slideshow. Let's go back and see if there's any questions. Let's see here. Are there any questions for me on this webinar? And let me make sure I stop presenting. Okay. All right. So make sure you leave some questions. I hope you got some value out of this information. It's great information, especially if you're if you're serious about building your business. These are some real questions that you need to ask yourself about your business. These are some real questions that you need to ask yourself about your business. All right. And I truly believe that if you put even a fraction of this stuff in play, just if you take one idea, one nugget away from this webinar, then you can't help but rock it. You can't help but rock it. So let's see here. Moving things around. If you have any questions, make sure you ask me for an answer. And if I don't know the answer, I'll point you in the right direction, because 2016 is here. Today is the 30th. We got one more full day of this month, and we're into a whole different year with a whole different energy. Okay. So you're definitely going to want to make sure. I hope you took some screenshots and some really good notes. And let's see here. This thing is moving really slow. I'm actually trying to get you guys to get to the trial for the My Lead System Pro $10 10-day trial. It's risk-free. You get access to the blogging platform, which is called Sites. You get access to what's called the Funnelizer, so you learn how to build capture pages. There's a training library with over 8 years of training. I said that, 8 years of training that you'll have access to. And even during your trial, try to just soak up as much information as you can. It's only $10, but it's life changing. If you need help with mindset, these people got you covered. They got you covered, seriously. So looks like I'm having a little challenge pulling up the $10 trial. So I'll just keep it going here to see if anybody has any questions. Once again, the box is lit up. The box is lit up for you to ask questions. And let's see here. Don't be afraid to ask questions. I know for me personally, let's see here. Hmm. For me personally, my life has definitely changed over the last few months. And if it wasn't for what's been going on over the last few months, I wouldn't have been able to generate leads. I'm at the point now to where I can generate leads on demand. I can go right into Instagram and just start having conversations with people and get a lead out of the conversation. Easy, easy. Now, at the beginning, it was difficult because I had to figure that strategy out, but someone taught me, and I'm willing to teach you as well. So if you decide to grab this My Lead System Pro $10 test drive within the next day or so, then I'll help you. I will help you. I will give you the exact system setup that I use to crush it on Instagram and generate leads every single day. Okay. So I'm going to post this in the chat box. If it'll show up, maybe it will, maybe it won't. There it is. And I'm actually going to redirect you all out to that as well. And I hope you got some value out of this webinar. I really appreciate you all stopping by and getting some of these jewels, and hopefully you'll implement these and you'll make sure that 2016 is your best year ever. All right, have a great day.